Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Lisa and I love to do videos on everything luxury, whether that be handbags, ready-to-wear shoes, also looking at fashion from somebody who's kind of in the middle of her life, hence the name of my channel. And if you are returning, you'll notice that I'm in a different location. So if you saw my very quick video that I posted yesterday, there was a life announcement at the end of it. The beginning of the video was an update on the Fendi 25th anniversary of the baguette drop that is happening on November 3rd. And then kind of at the end of that video, I made an announcement that my family and I are moving to New York, as in New York City, as in like the heart, Upper East Side. And we are so excited. So I'm gonna bring you along on that journey as we, I have some footage of our old house that we just moved into, and where I am now is my very small, but fine, master bedroom. I wouldn't call it a master bedroom. All the bedrooms in the apartment are pretty much the same size. So we took this one because the bathroom has a double vanity, and that's a must in my opinion when you're like sharing a bathroom with a spouse or a partner, whoever. Anyway, so that's why we're in a different setup. So you're not going to see my bags behind me because they're all in the closet, pretty much in their dust bags. My Hermes bags are actually in their boxes right now in their dust bags. So I'll get them out eventually. But yeah, I'm just, we're going with it. So we're excited to be out of the house and in this temporary location because that's like one step closer to actually getting to New York. It's been a lot, guys, I'm not gonna lie. And if you want to see a video about like all of the changes and things that the hoops we've had to go through to move to New York, I'll be happy to share that with you. I don't think it's that unlike moving to a different country. It's that different than where I live. Now, unlike if you're moving to a new country, you need to get visas and you have to have a reason why you're moving there, etc. You can just move to New York, but it's a process. It's definitely a process. So anyway, let's get into the video. So this video was started by Nick Snell, I believe, and it's not technically a tag video, but several people have done it. And you know what? I thought I would jump on the bandwagon because I think it's super fun to do. Today's video is going to be all about the bags that I would borrow / steal, take, not give back probably from some of my favorite YouTubers. And like I said, if you're anything like me, you've probably watched people's unboxings or reviews or what's in my bag or the kind of all those different videos, and you thought, I really like that bag and I would really like to borrow or take that bag from that person. So this is, I think, a great video. And so we're going to look at I think it's 14 bags that I would borrow. We'll put that in air quotes because let's be honest, they're not going back to their owners from some other YouTubers. Okay, so you'll be seeing pictures up here as I go through them. I went through like Instagram and some of their videos to take some screenshots so you'll be able to see the bag I'm referencing. And I have some notes here so that I can go through each one. So we are going to start out with the creator of this, again, not tag, but the person who created the original video, which is Nick. And from Nick, I would take his Longchamp Le Pliage in the stunning bright or pink or fuchsia. I'm not exactly sure what the official color name is, but it is beautiful. I love like really vibrant colors, bright fuchsia pink, purple, royal blue. I'm doing the same class that Dale did, the 5 stages to style, and unfortunately because of everything going on in my life, I'm really behind in like the color analysis. So I tend to think I'm a winter, which means I do tend to like and look good in really sort of royal or vibrant colors, which is clearly not what I'm wearing today. But Anyway, so I'm really drawn to those colors, and you'll probably see that in, there's a trend, I would say, in a lot of these bags that kind of go along with that. So that's what I would take from Nick. And then we're gonna stick in the United Kingdom, that sort of area. Then we're gonna move to Europe, then we're gonna go down under, and then we'll come back to the US. So that's kind of how I'm doing this geographically. So next, I would go over to Deb's house at Wild Unfiltered. And from Deb, I would take her Hermes Birkin 25 in the Rouge Granat. I believe, yeah, just wanted to double check that. It is a gorgeous wine color, and I don't have a Birkin 25 in my collection. I would like one eventually. That bag that Deb has is just gorgeous, and I love especially the way she styles her Birkins. I tend not to do that. I mean, I only have one right now, but I don't wear mine like with the sangles pulled out and just really like kind of slouchy, and I love that look. So I'll have to try that with my black one that I have, but her Togo leather in that just seems super smushy and relaxed and not like sagging, not like, it's not like becoming a beautiful mess, as Minnie would say in Mix for All, but just it just a little slouch, a little just casualness that I really like. So beautiful bag, that's what I'd be taking from her. Again, staying in the United Kingdom, I would then fly over, take a train. I don't really know how one gets around when you're in the United Kingdom, when you're in the UK. I don't know if you fly. Anyway, however I would get there, I would go to Amelia's house from Amelia Rose's closet, and you guys can probably guess what I'm gonna take, and it would be her Hermes Birkin 25 in Rose Poupre. So Amelia got this bag in literally, and I hate that word, but literally the exact specifications that I would get that bag. If that color was to be re-released within Hermes, it would hands down, and I've told my sales associate this, hands down be my next bag that I would want on my wish list. When I went to get my Birkin in Paris, if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it up above over here, I think. It was actually on my list. It was like I had a bunch of neutrals, and then I like threw it in there, and it's like and if for some reason you happen to have a Rose Poupre, I would love that. So yeah, I know if I wanted, I would have to get it on the resale market. And so I haven't really looked that closely to see what they're going for. You know, I think clearly, and I think Amelia said this in her video, they certainly don't go for as much as, you know, a gold or a black or kind of a neutral does, but oh, it is absolutely the most beautiful color. I would take Magnolia as a second place. If they never bring back Rose Poupre, I would do it in Magnolia because they're pretty close. Rose Poupre just has I think a touch more purple in it. But yeah, and Amelia, FYI, that bag isn't coming back to you. All right, so from Amelia's, we are going to venture south into Europe, because this YouTube creator has recently moved to Barcelona, and that is Lou from Je Suis Lou. Now, Lou has a lot of bags that I would probably steal. I mean, she's, you know, got a couple of beautiful Birkins, but one that she's had that I think a lot of us in the community really covet, that's probably not a very good word to use, that we admire, okay? Coveting, right, is not like a thing you're not supposed to do. Anyway, and that is her Chanel 19 in the Oreo tweed. I have been looking on the resale market for this bag for months, and it never comes up. Now, I know that Alyssa Lenore had it. I actually think that she was the first one to get it, and I believe that's actually why Lou got hers. And Alyssa sold hers, I believe, through Redilux, I'm pretty sure. And I missed it. I missed it, and I was so mad I missed it, because I have had a tweed 19 bag kind of on my list, even though it is on the list of my bags that I wouldn't buy because they're for my fantasy self. But see, that was the one that was like really not for my fantasy self. It's really more for a practical reason, which, like, as we all know, tweed is very delicate. So to wear it in a crossbody fashion, it's just going to rub up against your body and pill, and I don't care. I love that bag. It's gorgeous. So that's the one I would take from Lou. Okay, next, like I said, we're going to venture down under. We're going to go hop on over to Australia, and we're going to pick up some pretty cool bags over in Australia. So first and foremost, I would go to Dale's house from Dale's Addiction. And I mean, guys, like, wouldn't we all steal this bag from her? So I'll have to get there first because I'm sure a lot of other people are going to steal this bag too. And that, of course, is Dale's Fendi baguette in the purple sequins, also known as the Purple Rain. It's gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. Again, it's that really vibrant, deep, royal purple, again, in my color wheelhouse. And it's just gorgeous. So yeah, that's what I'd be taking from you, Dale. Sorry, like I said, I know there's probably a line out the door to take it, so who knows where I'd be in line, but that's what I would take. After I went to Dale's house, I would of course then go over to Meredith's house from Living Luxe with Meredith. And Meredith, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna steal your made-to-order baguette. That bag is just to die for. I love the circles and the colors and just the texture of that bag with all of the discs that it is made up of. It's beautiful, and it was an amazing choice for a made-to-order bag. So from Meredith, that made-to-order is gonna come home with me. Now, I guess technically here, I probably should have gone to this next YouTuber's place before I went to Meredith's, because this person lives in the same city as Dale, and that is Connor from The Closet by Connor. And Connor has some really, really beautiful bags, and I was kind of torn between two bags that he has. I'll tell you what the second one was after I tell you the one that I'm going to take, but the one I'm going to take is his WIMB puzzle bag. And that is such a classic bag, and I have been like on the cusp of buying a WIMB puzzle bag for months now, and I can't quite decide whether I want the small or whether I want the mini. I think the nano would be just a little bit too small, but the mini size is super cute, and I could be up for that too. But you know, since I'm taking Connor's, I don't need to worry about that. I'll just take his. Now, I was thinking about his new Fendi trunk. I don't remember the exact name, but it's from the men's collection. I'll put the name up here. But anyway, I was vacillating between those two, and like I said, decided to go with the WIMB one because, you know, I have several Fendi bags on this list. You'll see some more coming up. And so I thought, you know what, I'll go with a WIMB. I'll diversify a little bit. So that's what I'd take from Connor. And finally, from Australia, I would go over to Caitlin from Caitlin Pulowski's channel. And I would take her stunning Lady Dior that is embroidered. And if I can find the name of it, I will and put it on the screen. It's a bag that she saw, which I also saw and also absolutely would steal from Lydia Elise Millen's channel. And the minute I saw Lydia unbox it, I mean, I fell in love just like Caitlin did. And I know she went through hoops tracking down that bag, and I believe paid quite a pretty penny for it. So I'm not quite sure that I would be willing to spend that much on it, but it is, in my mind, one of the most beautiful Lady Dior bags ever made, hands down. So yeah, I'm gonna take that from Caitlin because honestly, it's been on my wish list pretty much ever since Lydia unboxed hers. And you know, I'm already in Australia, so I might as well just take Caitlin's. So after we are in Australia, we're going to fly back over to the United States, which I guess technically means we're going back in time, which that's good. I gained some time back in my life, which I always need. And I would stop at Minnie from Minx for All because Minnie's in California. So I think if I'm coming from Australia, it just makes sense to stop at Minnie's first. Now, Minnie has an amazing collection. And it was hard. I like scrolled through her Instagram and thought, ooh, that one would be good. And ooh, I really like that one. But hands down, I would take Minnie's vibrant pink Chanel Mini in the rectangle. This is just a beautiful bag. I love bright colors. And so Minnie's bag, I think, is just beautiful. And I would absolutely take that one from her. All right, next I would go over to Melinda at Luxe Purse Love and would take her pretty new, I think, to her collection, Mini Evelyn in the Rouge de Coeur color. It's a really, really vibrant red. It has a tiny hint of orange, or at least that's what she said in her video, but then some of the pictures look like a really very straight like tomato red. Regardless, it's beautiful. Perfect way to incorporate a pop of color into your wardrobe. Next, I would go to Amber from Amber Ashley's channel, and I would take her Chanel Mini in the Tiffany blue color. Now, I feel really bad about this because if I remember correctly, Amber bought this for herself for her 40th birthday. So I feel kind of bad that I'm taking that bag, but hey, you know, a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. So it's a beautiful bag. That Tiffany blue color was just gorgeous. And I would love it if they would repeat that color. You know, I know that Chanel typically doesn't repeat colors, although we've certainly seen it with the caramel that they've repeated. So maybe they'll repeat this Tiffany blue color because it was really spot on for a Tiffany blue. So I would love to steal that one. I just think, again, it's a beautiful pop of color and one that I could get a lot of use out of in my wardrobe. All right, we're getting close to the end here. After Amber's house, I'm gonna coast on over or down. I think Amber's like in the Pennsylvania area. So then I'm gonna head over to New Jersey and go to Alyssa's house from Alyssa Lenore. And again, Alyssa has a lot of bags that I would like to steal or borrow, whatever. I believe her most, maybe, well, I take that back. I don't think it's her actually, technically her most recent acquisition from Hermes. But this one was pre-loved, I know that. And it is the Kelly 28 in box leather in the color Vert Fonce. And it's just, first of all, I love box calf leather. I think it's beautiful. I would love to get a vintage black box calf Kelly as well, but this bag is in pristine condition and the color is just striking. It's a beautiful, very, very deep shade of green. And yeah, it's beautiful. Like I said, she's got several bags that I would be very happy to take off her hands. But to kind of round out my collection, I think that the Kelly 28 in the box would be a great addition to my collection. And last, and certainly not least, I am headed to New York City because that is where I'm headed, is to New York City. So in honor of that, I would go to Cassie's. And again, Cassie has several bags that I really, really admire and would love to take off her hands. I thought about the green B25, but you know, I've taken some Birkins from some other people, and so I thought, you know, I don't know, maybe not. And I really like all of her green bags, but the one that I would absolutely take from Cassie, because this was the one that got away from me, and that is Cassie's baguette from the Fendace swap. My essay texted me and said he had one that like popped into the system, and I was in a meeting at the time and didn't see the text and didn't get back to him until like 2 hours later, and he's like, oh no, that's gone, girl, like forget it. So yeah, that would be absolutely 100% the one that I would take from Cassie, because I wanted that bag so badly. Now I have seen it on the resale market. I've seen it Fashion File, I think, as it actually has it on there right now. And yeah, I do have it saved into my favorites. So we'll see what the price does. Maybe if it like comes down a little bit, but yeah, I loved that bag. So Cassie's, I would absolutely take in a heartbeat. So that's it, guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, I would love it if you would take a second and just click the like or the thumbs up button down below. And of course, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't already, so you know every time I upload a video, which right now is pretty much Mondays and Thursdays. And if you haven't seen it already, I would love it if you would check out this video over here. It's all of the luxury items that I would buy over and over again, and in some cases have. And wherever you are, I hope you are having an amazing day, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.